Welcome everybody to another episode of Uneducated MMA. I'm your host with the most Wanderbird. Back again with another great episode, and I'm joined here by the BMF champion of the world, REG.
Let's go.
We have no crowd. The crowd's not here today.
On the wave.
Yeah, there's just a whole army behind us. Don't look behind me. This is a full studio audience. Everybody be quiet. This is applause in the thing. Yeah, man, back at it. You know, here to talk some great fights. We got another big fight week this week. A lot of great fight nights have been happening, and honestly, I think we're rolling. We're getting towards the summer, and I think the fight cards are getting stacked, and we're finally getting into the action, the meat and the potatoes of the year. You feel me?
Sir.
And this week we got UFC 327. Jiri Prochazka versus Carlos Ulberg for the vacant light heavyweight championship. Man, yeah, I feel like it's a lot to go over. I feel like we've had a couple of big moments happen over the last couple of weeks. It's really tricky when we don't do these weekly, but I like the bi-weekly. It gives us a lot to talk about.
All right.
Where do we start off first? I feel like I should rip the Band-Aid off with, like, we'll get into 327 in a second, but I feel like I got to break the breaking news. The one that I sent you the text, I was like, hey, it's a rumor as of right now. There's a lot of alleged leads being thrown around.
A lot of allegedly.
These Twitter accounts don't look real. They look like burner accounts.
Always look like some robots.
But unfortunately, the UFC did confirm it. Joshua Van had to pull out of his fight against Tatsuro Taira for the title, and they had to reschedule the fight for, what would I say, like next month, right? Yeah, next month for UFC 328. He was supposed to be on this card. He was supposed to be on 327. He was supposed to be the co-main event against Tatsuro. This was going to be his...
Which I was kind of surprised that he's kind of like still...
I mean,
going for a title shot?
I feel like it makes sense when you look at the rankings right now and who's available. I mean, he's the one that you give a shot to. Plus, it opens up a market that you can kind of expose, I guess, to the MMA space, or even at least like try to get them to come in as fans, getting like, I guess it's going to be more of an Asian market that they're going for. I feel like with this one, it was going to be huge, a big fight. It's going to be Joshua Van's first title defense. Fortunately, due to undisclosed injuries, whatever that means, he's not going to be able to do it. So, or at least it's just a month.
Yeah, right. It's not too bad. Rescheduling, it was not like someone actually like had to drop from the fight.
That is true. I honestly, when I started seeing the rumors and stuff like that, I was a little worried about it. I was like, all right, I don't know exactly what's going to happen. That being said, I don't know if you saw Pantoja posting himself. I love immediately when this happens. The rumors are getting thrown around. People don't know what's happening. And then another fighter's just like, I'm just going to post a photo of myself on a scale. And this is me just letting you know that I'm ready to go right now. So when Pantoja was just like, hey, I'm like 2-3 pounds away.
Your arm became a worm.
Yeah. Heal, please. Can you just take it easy for a second?
You're just going to go right into a fight with no arm already?
Nah, buddy was ready to go. I was watching Ariel Helwani's show the other day, and he had Pantoja on for an interview, and Pantoja was talking about the injury and everything like that and him healing. And it seems like he's back to strength with it, but honestly, I don't know how I feel about him getting back into fighting just yet. It sounds like he can lift the same amount of weight on one arm that he can with the other. That doesn't really tell me a whole lot. That just means that at least like muscle-wise, you might be kind of back to schedule. But maybe we test it out a little longer and you give yourself some patience before you get back in there. I don't want you to re-injure yourself, and then we got Pantoja.
It's different with like certain movements. Like I hurt my knee. I can lift with the same weight with both knees now.
Yeah. But if I asked you to sprint up some stairs, you might look at me a little different.
It might be, exactly.
Exactly. So like you were talking about, moving the angles and stuff like that when you're in a fight, if you're trying to cut side to side, you might be a problem. And then when you have him with his arm, like if you get into any sort of wrestling scramble, like, you know, God forbid, you know, there goes that, I think it was his elbow that really, because at first they said it was like the shoulder, but when you watch the play-by-play, you're like, his elbow went that way and the rest of his arm went that way.
Like, bro, I'm not dumb.
Yeah,
you ain't gonna trick me.
No, I took basic anatomy in high school. I know what I'm doing.
I know where the shoulder is.
I know where the shoulder. Head, shoulders, knees, toes. So I think for Pantoja, he should sit this one out, and I like that at least it wasn't anything super serious where they were able to reschedule the fight for a month later, and we're gonna get to see that one. And honestly, low key, maybe on a better card. Hamzat Strickland. I'm not gonna lie to you. might be better fit. I think it just kind of this one. I think it was an assist to have 2 titles on the same card, but I feel like kind of the same idea with the other one. Khamzat Strickland, I feel like sells itself, but not a bad idea to tie on Joshua Van versus Tatsuro Taira on that. Not a bad idea at all.
Right. I definitely, just off of the last fight we saw Joshua Van, I can't wait to see him fight again.
Yeah, it was
I keep on getting
too short.
Yeah.
It was. I think me and you, that was the fight that we were most hyped to see, and we got. I don't think I've ever been let down so much in my life.
Yeah,
like
right.
I was like, damn.
The fight that we got to know him, it was so good of a fight that it's like I have to see that again.
Yeah,
I got to see a real deal scrap. Joshua Van just throwing hands. Who was it that he was fighting? Was it?
What, his last fight?
No, the one that he won, and it put him into.
It was Brandon Royval.
Yeah, Royval.
Yeah. Him and Royval, they went to war, and that was when we were just like, give him the title shot now. Yeah, give him the title shot.
I don't like off of that. Like I became a fan of his.
Yeah,
and he seemed like a humble dude. Just to see everybody kind of like upset about him winning that fight. I know injuries happen, but I don't know.
Still a shame.
It's a shame.
One, let's see. What are some other random things we could bring up right before we get into this? Because I feel like I want to just kind of cover some topics real quick.
Did we say Sean Strickland won?
Yeah, we did that on one end. We already went over that one. It hasn't been that long.
Yeah.
I forgot we did the same thing last time. Izzy lost to Joe Pyfer.
Oh my God!
Not at all what I expected. Wow. Hey, I'll give you this. I'm upset he lost for sure, but Izzy was looking crisp out there.
He always is.
He's always looking crisp. So that's what's annoying. Where it's like, as much as we were talking like, oh shit, like should we? Like I remember in the group chat we were like, yo, is this like retirement? Is he over? Is he done? I still don't think so, man. Like he's still looking good out there, but like, what is it that he's making these like small little mistakes, man? You think so? Think it's just that?
His soul.
Yeah. I think he was complete when he knocked out Alex, and now he's just.
I think so too. Like that dog is like slightly turned down.
I get you.
Like there's something. It's more so him like taking these losses. It's like I'm not in his head. Like I don't really be knowing anything.
Right.
But I feel like he's a little discouraged, and he's in like a state where he's not as confident as he was as champion.
Mm-hmm.
So he might doubt himself in certain. Now, before this fight, no doubt, I'm the best in the world. I'm getting champion. Nobody can beat nobody. But this now, after like this many losses, bro, you doubt yourself.
Yeah.
Whether you try to like trick yourself or not, you're gonna go out there and say, what if?
But then why keep doing it though? Like, listen, as somebody who's already at this point, I guess, yeah. I guess it is true. It is one of those things that we talk about when these fighters they finish. It's like, where do you go after the fight career? You don't have anything set up kind of for you to transition into. I think it's one of those things of like, I'm still gonna sign up to watch Izzy fights, but if it's gonna be one of those things, if this is kind of a repeat, scenario where it's like, oh, Izzy's looking kind of crisp, and he messed up. And there he goes. Damn. Like, like I don't know. Yeah, and I don't know if I necessarily am gonna sign up to keep watching the fights if they keep going this way. Like, if he gets a dub in his next fight, like he just gets a smooth. I know. If he gets a crisp win, it doesn't mean we're like Izzy the title shot to nothing like that. But it just means, all right, now we can watch these fights and we don't know what's gonna happen. Right now, we're like, you're gonna get into the mode of like when you lose. What is it now? 5 in a row, something like that.
4.
Yeah, you kind of get into this bucket of like, yo, I don't know who they're gonna put you up against, but I'm probably gonna root for the other guy. Like
ranked fighters.
Yeah, and it's tricky because, like I said, he's looking crisp at the beginning, but then he kind of leans into his old habits, and I'm like, yo, Izzy, what's going on, bud?
What is going on? You're smart in this.
You are. So I don't really know what exactly is happening with him. I feel like he needs to get that rhythm back. Like you said, he's still got that dog in him, but he's being real quiet right now. Maybe he's kind of turned it down.
He needs to find a new anime or something, bro.
Yeah.
Tap
into something else, bro. I don't know.
Re-inspire is like a re-inspiration of some sort that he needs.
I think it's weird because he's in a spot where it's no longer title holder Izzy or title contender Izzy even. Like that. I remember we were talking about that. We're like, oh, contender Izzy's back. Let's see what contender Izzy's gonna do. Yeah. And didn't really. He showed signs of the old him, but he didn't fully complete the task. Like the win wasn't achieved in the way he wanted it. He didn't get it at all, but he's not performing, I guess, to what he's speaking to. And that's where I'm like, bro, if you're going to come in here and you're going to hype me up and you're going to get me excited to watch you fight, and you're going to go out there and you're going to let Joe Pyfer, who I was expecting to knock his lights out. If he was going to win, Joe Pyfer was going to KO him. That was what I was expecting. Joe Pyfer by submission.
Oh, yeah.
This is not at all what I was expecting. He didn't get him like that. It was more like a TKO kind of ground and pound. But like that I thought that's where the fight was going. Like a little bit before, right? He gets on the ground. Joe Pyfer almost was gonna get him in like a rear naked choke. Like I was like, whoa. Even the ground and pound, I'm not gonna lie. I hate when they do this, man. But when a fighter loses real bad, and we'll talk about that in a second. Yeah. When a fighter loses real bad, the memes that come out after are insane. The meme that just kept coming out is all you see is Izzy is just on his stomach, like with his hands covered his head, and he's just kicking his feet up like a little kid. While Joe Pyfer's just like lightly punching the back of his head, and people just kept posting it over and over again. I'm like, this is not what the champion should be doing. Like, what are we doing here,
like, bro?
So that's what I'm talking about. Where it's just like a fall, and as of right now, you're just kind of repeated the same behavior. Where I'm like, dude, I don't know if I'm gonna sign up to necessarily lock in and watch these Izzy fights. I feel like because I'm seeing slight glimpses, I'm probably still gonna go in there. But you're gonna see Izzy's not gonna be, I don't think, a main event in probably the next 1 or 2 fights. You might see him now. He's a co-main event, and maybe even lower on that. So I don't know, man. Like he is, GOAT, but as you see, the longer they stay, the harder they fall. So I don't know.
Tough sport.
Very tough sport. Let's see. Another thing on that card that happened, Michael Chiesa, he retired. That was a good one. In your hometown, you get to retire on a win. Quick submission of Nico Price. I don't know if you know this. I posted it on the story, and a lot of people clearly also didn't know this. Nico Price also retired that day.
It's crazy.
How disrespectful. That's wild, bro.
Wild.
Because not a thing was said. He was waiting to get mic time, and they were like, if you don't get the out of, like, they were like,
celebrate this guy. You shut up.
Yeah. You know what's crazy, though, is that you would think they would at least give him a couple minutes of mic time because he put the gloves down and everything, so they saw it that he did the thing like he did him. He put him down. He did the move, and they still were like, if you don't get backstage,
get the fuck off this.
I think what it was, and I was hearing some people talk about it, and I'm not too sure on how they set it up, but production wise, you tell them in advance, this is going to be my last fight. So the production team, you're looking at them, has the time to put together a package, edit, make sure everything looks good. So after the fight, win, lose, or draw, we can play your send-off package. Here's all the highlight moments of your career. Thank you for being here. Goodbye. Nico Price apparently didn't do that. I don't know necessarily if that's the case.
It's a surprise.
So he was just like done. He's like, I'm also out of this.
Surprise retirement.
And for that, you get nothing.
Yeah.
You get a crisp high five, and you get sent to it's crazy. I told you this, too. This is, I think, the third retirement fight he's been a part of where the other guy retired.
Really?
And, Nico Price gets beat up real bad by the guy who's retiring. Because Robbie Lawler was the last one.
Damn, that's crazy. Imagine. And you're like,
so
you
get nothing. You get nothing. You get a smooth high five.
Retire with you, bro.
I know, right? I hope it's one of those things where, the UFC just you know what, we didn't give you the whole thing. Here's a nice little check. Thank you for your time. And, he gets at least his bread and he gets to go off. But now let's talk about the big one that I wanted to talk about on that card that I just remembered. Ladies and gentlemen. All right, listen. We've talked about it several times on this podcast. Melvin, we've had conversations about your quote-unquote beautiful angels fighting. I think we witnessed a murder in the UFC.
That was like
the coldest finish of all time.
That was, I don't even know. That was like,
if you pointed Alexa Grasso out in a crowd and you were like, yeah, that woman right there almost murdered a shorty 2 days ago. You're like, what are you talking about? She seems like the sweetest person I've ever met in my life. She seems like such an angel. Such a sweet human. And it's like, she knocked her out clean, and then on the way down, punched her again, and then choked her while she was unconscious.
Still on the way down.
Oh, still on the way down. All in less than 2 seconds.
Like a anaconda.
Like an anaconda. No, that's exactly. Bro,
choked you out on
the speed in the transition from straight punch that knocked down Macy Barber to her still conscious of she's going down, follow-up punches, and then transitions into taking the back. If you go back, I'm not joking, it's literally under 2 seconds.
She's programmed.
Yeah.
to if you see an open neck,
you just go for it.
You're gonna choke.
But it goes back. It goes back to the Valentina Shevchenko fight. Valentina Shevchenko throws the spinning back kick. It misses immediately. Alexa Grasso hops on the back faster than anything, and then immediately the most pressure I've seen in a rear naked just chokes her. Doesn't get her unconscious because it's wrapped around the face, but enough pressure that she still taps. Like that's scary, bro. Yeah, she walks the earth.
And you know what's crazy? Because she after she lost the belt, she kind of like. Did she lose the
She lost a couple. She was in this weird. She was in a weird spot where she was like not really improving against fighting Valentina Shevchenko, and then after that wasn't really showing anything where we were like, well, this is part of it. Like even going into this, I was like, I shout out to Solo Cup Saturdays because they even on the Instagram post where I posted the pics, they were like, really gonna pick Macy Barber over Alexa Grasso? I'm like, listen. 7-fight win streak, and she's been dogging. She's been doing very well in the women's division.
I thought that Alexa was just only gonna only had a chance if she's gonna submit.
And hey, I mean, technically, you know, the argument after this fight was, I know, right? The argument after this one was, is it a KO or is it a submission? Because no one knows. No one knows which one came first, and that's scary that you have to debate which one came first.
Which one happened first? You know how fast you have to be to put someone in a submission while you just knocked them out.
It was her
no one can tell which one is the.
It's because she was falling as she was getting put in the submission. Listen, as someone whose entire feed was made up of that on replay for like a day and a half, I got enough of it where I could tell you she got knocked out.
Yeah. Let's not forget the visual after when she let her go.
Oh my! No. It wasn't when she let her go. Hold on. She lets her go. Macy Barber is now like grappling the ref. The ref just rolls her carcass over, and Macy Barber is just looking in the camera, eyes deadpan, soul gone.
That's the image I saw.
Yo,
What they do to my baby?
she gets on I think it's like Instagram and just like put up a quick video to just let people know like she's good, and she's just like, yeah man, it was pretty trippy to wake up and just see what looks like your dead body all over the social media and all over the internet. And I'm like, yo, you know how trippy that must be? Because you're like, everybody that wakes up after stuff like that, they say the same thing. They're like, I don't really remember like what happened. I remember getting in there, XYZ, blank, and then I woke up and I was in the hospital. Like I don't know what happened. So like to think that she just woke up and is just seeing photos of herself dead online. She's like, what happened?
Yeah, what the?
And then if you watch that replay, you're like, how do you game plan for that?
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, man, you just took a step forward and she cleaned you. I don't really know what to tell you.
That was some good striking.
It was, and in round one too. It was fast. It was real fast. Listen, like I said, shout out to Solo Cup Saturdays. They called that one.
Maybe there's just levels to this. Like, that was the level that she didn't. Okay, like she's climbing the ranks, but like, oh, okay, this is where.
It's one of those things. If I don't know if I'd say in this situation if it's necessarily levels, or if I'd say that this was one of those. Maybe it was an oversight. Because, like, I'm not going to lie to you. Like, Macy Barber, for me, is one of those people that I see title in her future for sure. Yeah. I feel like she has the technical ability to hang with most of the women, if not all of the women in her division. The only thing is that, like, in this game, you zig when you should have zagged. You see exactly what happened. Now you're a highlight reel.
You zagged.
Yeah, you zagged real hard. You zagged real hard. I'm telling you, I'm not going to lie to you, like, genuinely, we've seen people get put to sleep cold. This might be the coldest finish I've seen in a while, bro. Yeah. Like, I'm telling you, I think it's just the transition from KO to submission in such a short amount of time. Like you said, the reflexes on that. Yeah. Like, whew.
That was off of like strictly training. She was super trained to react that way.
That was so cold,
naturally.
Bro.
Her neck is open.
And just go for it. Oh, man, that was wild. All right, let's just get the fight nights out of the way before we get into UFC 327. So, Renato Moicano beats Chris Duncan via Chris.
Chris is crazy. That surprised the fuck out of me.
You were talking Sir Duncan this or Duncan that. I'm not gonna lie.
Duncan was knocking niggas
out. Yeah, he is clean. But apparently Renato Moicano wants money. There's nothing else to say. I think with him, he's just one of those guys that I feel like we talk about gatekeepers. I think that's where we put Moicano.
There's levels to this. An experienced fighter. Moicano reminded us that he can still strike too.
Mm-hmm.
I completely forgot like how
Well,
Moicano fought.
did you know what it is? Is that like I'm a big Moicano fan. I feel like he does hang in well with a lot of guys, but I feel like some situations he puts himself in where you're like, hey, buddy. Like for example, like we see him as wins, but let's not forget he was getting his ass whooped by Jalen Turner. If Jalen Turner didn't think he got a walk off KO, he would have won that one if he had just threw like 2 or 3 more punches towards Moicano.
Yeah.
So like he gets a crazy win as a comeback win, but let's be honest, he was losing the fight.
Yeah.
Then we see ones like Benoit Saint-Denis, and you're like, all right, he's handling himself all right. Obviously, we're gonna ignore the 1 day or 2 days notice against Islam Makhachev. We can all ignore that one.
I think the fact that he was even like suggested for that situation.
I'm gonna tell you right now. I think anyone that gets offered a title shot, doesn't matter where you feel like you are, you take that. Because I'll tell you this right now, Moicano not taking that fight would not have the fame and the clout that he has now. Yeah. With that being said, after his fight and his post-fight interview, he even said it himself when he was like, not when they're in the octagon, but this is like after where they're talking to the press. He's like, this fight did nothing for me. If you look at my career, who is Chris Duncan? Like, this is a nothing name to me. Yeah. I moved nowhere in the rankings. He's not a contender. This is zero value to me. Give me some good fights, and as he always says, give me some easy ones. Or I'm just gonna quit, and I'm making money off of this YouTube. Like for him, he's like, I got my clout, and it just transitioned over into my social media career. I don't need this anymore. I'm making more this way, and it's more stable. So now you're into a situation where, like, I think Moicano's a big name. I feel like he's not like title contender. Let's be very honest. We're looking at who that top 5 is. I'm sorry. But he's definitely somebody you can give big name fights to. You can put him in situations where you get to see some exciting moments. Honestly, like him versus a Michael Chandler, like why not, dude?
Why not?
Like you can get like some really good fights. Any card, you can throw him on a pay-per-view. You can throw him on a fight night as a main event. Like, but
maybe like that Kevin Holland that's just always
exactly. But like he says, don't give. It is a thing of he needs something to make it worthwhile. Because like his gripe, and I totally understand it. You put him against a Chris Duncan, immediately we're like, well, yeah, I know Renato Moicano. I don't know who this Chris Duncan dude is. I might have seen him before once or twice. Like I know who he is, but I'm talking about the casual fan. They don't really necessarily know who he is. So when you go from like, all right, like let me market this fight so I can market myself. Who is this guy? Like you know. So Duncan,
give him freaking a random name.
You got to give him something. You got to give him something. But that's the situation you find yourself in. Is these guys where they just pop up, and you're like, "Yo, listen, like I'm gonna put you in this situation. If you can beat Moicano, you might make a name for yourself. But as of right now, Moicano's the one that's really selling this fight. So I get his gripe on that one. Let's see. Virna Jandiroba defeat Tabitha Ricci. This one made me sad because I thought Tabitha Ricci was on her way to title contention, but apparently, sometimes you go up against somebody. Like you said, there's levels to this game, and honestly, that was smooth on Virna.
And she's a very experienced fighter too. Like she's been there.
I feel like I've seen her a lot. Virna, bro. I feel like I've seen her over the last like 3 years. I feel like I've seen her fight a lot. Yeah. You know what it is? You know what it is that it's that, and then also, and I'm so sorry, I'm just pointing out something that I've noticed. I don't mean this like I think this. I'm just saying it as something I see on the internet. Is every time she fights, and I know that she's fighting, is because I always see a photo of her next to Chiwiwi.
I know, bro.
Every single time.
They're literally relatives.
Yeah, every single time. Her and Chiwiwi are next to each other, and I'm like, guys, you guys need to chill.
Yo, I need to chill. Y'all like literally like the same person.
Y'all need to really chill.
They're clearly related.
Oh man, that was funny. But yeah, so she got a nice little dub on that one. Other than that, I mean, the rest of the card, I'm not gonna lie to you, there was some good fights, but like nothing really that like stood out to me except for this one that like I think that we slept on. Not necessarily. What happened? Not necessarily like a slept on fight, but a slept on fighter, right? I think this is somebody, and I sent this to you too, where I was like, this is somebody we got to look out for now. Ethan Ewing.
Oh, man. Yeah.
Ethan Ewing, to me, was a guy who was a no-name whatever that decided to fight a bigger name in Malcolm Wellmaker a couple of weeks ago, or maybe a couple months ago, honestly, at this point. And that was like, he took the fight on last minute. Yeah. It was like, oh, who's this random dude? Apparently, he's still working a construction job, still hustling on that 9 to 5, but he's also a UFC fighter. Let's see what he could do. Matthew Wellmaker is now a big name. He's out here cleaning people. We think he's going to become a superstar, which he still probably is going to.
Yeah.
But this guy who just got off the couch was able to bring him to a decision and beat him.
Right.
So we were just like, whoa.
Who is this guy?
Who's this guy? Then he comes out, right, and he's fighting Rafael Estevan, and puts it to him. Technical clinic. Beats him by, what was it? Round 3, it was a KO TKO. I didn't know if it went all the way to decision. But that one was one where I was just like, all right, this is somebody that I feel like we got to look out for. And what is he, a bantamweight? I feel like we could get him in there. You know, we could definitely see some stuff. A 135, I feel like we have a couple of people at the top that are ready to get kind of recycled out. So
135 sounds crazy.
I know, right?
Just hearing it.
A grown man at 135 pounds? Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, but he'll kill you, bro. Like I think somebody unranked will murder both of us with one hand. So I'm gonna keep my shit talking to a very minimum. Respectfully. I feel like he's somebody that I'm gonna keep my eye out on, and I feel like everybody, I'm just gonna keep saying his name just so you know, pay attention to him. Someone who performs like that, you got to give him their shout out. You got to give him their shine. So shout out to Ethan Ewing. All right.
Ethan.
It is time.
It is time.
UFC 327.
327.
Jiri Prochazka versus Carlos Ulberg. This is going to be a great fight. I hate saying it when it's, you know, I feel like we do it where we're like, this is going to be awesome, and then it turns out to be some boring ass shit. Jiri doesn't do boring fights.
Yeah,
Jiri, there's no playbook.
Jiri's the
last samurai.
White samurai.
He goes in there, bro. It's honor or nothing, or he'll commit seppuku at sunset.
Yeah,
like,
you don't give a fuck, bro.
Nah, son.
He be under waterfalls that will kill him.
Yeah. Anybody that's trying to get like him, bro, watch his training regimen and see if you can follow the steps. This is just going to be an awesome fight, man. This is for the vacant light heavyweight title. We spoke about this a couple of weeks ago where pretty much Alex Pereira vacated his title. He's moving on up to heavyweight. Now light heavyweight is up for the taking. We've seen now Jiri go for the title, 3 times?
It's been a few times.
I want to say it's been like 3 times now. He's held gold, so we know he has the capabilities of doing it, and we've seen him in some amazing fights where he's able to just pull off some shit where you're like, Jiri, you shouldn't have been able to.
Past champions.
Yeah, man, you shouldn't be able to do that spinning elbow the way you just did that, but shout out to you, bro. Yeah. He's been in some awesome fights that I think will go down in the history. Him versus Khalil Roundtree was honestly one of my favorites.
Good fight, man.
As much as he's lost to him, I feel like him versus Alex has always been an entertaining fight, so this is where I'm like, I don't think he has the capabilities of having a boring fight. Yeah. Carlos Ulberg, to me, is somebody who is an up-and-coming, hungry star who has the capabilities of being a champion. In the division of light heavyweight, there's a lot of good guys, but in terms of technical skill, I feel like Carlos kind of shines above a couple of them. Yeah. This is going to be one of those things where Carlos is going to come at this as like a more orthodox, like traditional fighter. Yeah. Jiri's throwing who knows what.
Bro, you can't even predict his movements.
He's Mr. Game & Watch. He's pulling shit out you ain't even seen before.
He's
hitting you. He's hitting you with the doohickey, the thingamabob, the whatchamacallit. Like you don't know what he's doing. Yeah. It's because you know what it is. It's something about that unorthodox style that he has. It is to his favor. Like as much as you think you can kind of do. I mean, think about when you go into a training camp. You have to find people to try to emulate the way that these guys are fighting. Granted, there's enough film out there on Jiri that you can kind of see like some of his movements, but none of it is in like a rhythm. It's all his own rhythm. He goes with the wind or whatever he be talking about.
Try to predict movements.
It's very difficult indeed. I just feel like he just fights at weird angles, man. Like I feel like even when he's like hunting somebody down, like you see that he's doing that weird like crouching thing, but he's like throwing punches just randomly to the side, so you don't know where he's going. But it throws you in this weird loop of you're like, I don't know what this guy's about to do. I'm gonna just try my best, and the next thing you know, the doctor's waking you up. You're like, what are you talking about? He's like, he just spinning elbowed you, Dominic Reyes. You didn't see it coming. It's going to be a good one. I personally don't really know who I kind of favor in this one. I feel like the fan in me, the bias in me always wants to go Jiri, bro. It's hard not to.
I'm going Jiri.
Jiri fight week gets everybody excited. But at the same time, I'm not going to lie, slowly but surely.
I think it's funny that like the random like fighters that I become fans of.
I get it though. You know what it is they all have like a weird thing about them that you connect to, because it's always like one thing that you're like, nah, I fuck with that. And it was funny because it'll be like you won't really like a fighter like that, or you won't even bring up a fighter, and then something will happen on like an embedded series, and you'll watch like one episode, you're like, yo, I saw this dude fucking he shaved his ponytail, started yelling at a waterfall, bro, and I resonated with that. And I'm like, all right,
meditating on the top of the mountain of Mount Everest or whatever,
and he had no jacket, and I was like, I don't wear jackets either. And I'm like, I get you, I see what you mean. Yeah, I think it's that, bro. I think you find something in these fighters where you resonate. I think a big thing with you that I've noticed is when you get their personality side of it, that's when you tie yourself into them more.
That's what makes me a fan of certain even like other athletes.
Me, I'm very simple. You tell me you're gonna knock this dude's head off at the press conference, then you do the thing, and then you say you're gonna do it again, and I'm pretty much signed up. Like I feel like I'm very straightforward when it comes to this.
Like some people just like seem kind of lame to me.
Like
I was a fan of like, I forgot his name. That's how much he fell off of my
Jamal Hill.
I know. I knew you know.
That's the person you always bring up as an example.
I was like a fan of Jamal Hill, and then he started getting on some WWE shit, like goofy behavior, kind of like acting lame as hell. So I.
Do you feel it's not genuine?
It doesn't feel genuine.
No.
So it's like, okay.
The moment he brought out the Chama head, we were like, all right, bro.
That's all right, bro.
Now we off this.
Just like, what's the word? Glazing. Bro.
Yeah,
like he was just like taking pictures with him and stuff.
Yeah, it seemed like it was like all friendly, lovey-dovey, like we're homies, like right beforehand, and then out of nowhere, the press conference kicks off, and you're just kind of being Captain Dickhead. It's like, all right, bro. I don't know how I feel about you right now.
See how the industry is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's the thing that I feel weird about it, because like to me, to an extent, I get it. This is a game. It's entertainment. You're supposed to market these fights in a certain way. At the same time, I don't know, man. I feel like if you can't pull it off authentically, it feels weird. Like it doesn't feel true. It's the same thing like when they talking shit to one another beforehand and then like afterwards, like it's a weird moment where I'm like, I like the sportsmanship of afterwards they're able to dap it up and be like, no, we're good, don't worry about it. Like this was just for the fights, this is just for the people. I get that part of it, but at the same time I also don't like the fakeness of it all, you know? Especially if you was talking shit. Like if
crazy.
Like especially if you like the people that bring in like family and things like that, and like beforehand, it's like you can say crazy shit, but like let's keep it about me. You know what I'm saying? I forgot who it was recently. Somebody said some outlandish shit. Oh, it wasn't even in the UFC. It was RAF. Armin Saruki and that dude Giorgio who he's wrestling against. Giorgio talking direct shit to Armin, but then mentioned some shit about Armin's friends and family or some shit like that. And he was like, hey, you keep that about me, you talk about somebody else, we're going to have problems in the streets.
Like, he said something about Nina.
Yeah, he said something about Nina, and he was just like, that's a friend of mine. He's like, you can talk all you want about me. You talk about my friends. We're going to see each other outside. And I was like, I kind of like that. I get that. Talk about me. Don't talk about anybody else.
Georgians.
Like, yeah, dog. Hey, it's all about respect, and I respect that. Yeah, man. I feel like this is. I feel like Jiri versus Carlos, like we were talking about, it's just gonna be a good scrap. It's gonna be a good war. I'm seeing definitely a knockout. I don't know exactly who. I feel like chin checking. I feel like I'm gonna go with Jiri. Has shown me that he can take a fucking shovel at 100 miles per hour to the chin and not go down. So who knows, man? That guy at this point, I can't not believe in him and his abilities and his supernatural ways.
The only one that can beat him is
Alex. I also feel like him and Alex have a weird spiritual bond. So I'm going to go with Alex gave him the black magic.
Bro, when he started crying.
When he was just standing there crying when Alex won. Like,
just a tear goes down his face.
So proud, like a father.
Yo, it was the craziest.
It's like a movie. He's
like fucking Braveheart ass nigga.
You know what it is, man? Like, I can't, like, this is why I think I like him so much. Because, like, you know what it is to live your life and then one day discovering, like, some sort of media, like it's a book or something like that. And you're like, I'm going to make my whole life about this. Like, there was a moment where he was like, I'm going to follow the path of the samurai. This is what's right. And you're like, Jiri, what are you talking about? Like,
motherfucking delusion.
Like, Jiri, you're a 6'4" white blonde-eyed blue. Like, what are you? Like, what are we talking about? He's like the way of the
He's like
way of the samurai. But you know what it is, though. I understand what he means by it. It's the traditions, the morals, the values. Like, it's not on some culture vulture type of stuff. It's genuinely like this is the way to live your life in a right manner, in a respectful manner.
But if like let's say a samurai called him out on being a culture vulture,
I think that Jiri would challenge him to a duel with Sora. I think Jiri would be like,
and if I die, I die.
Jiri would be like, respectfully, you pick the mountain you want to fight at, under whatever waterfall of your choice, and if I die, I die. But if you die, then I win. Like, I don't know. I genuinely think he would be like that.
He's so cool, bro.
He really, I think he's one of those guys of anytime, anywhere, any place, obviously within reason.
I see them like clips of him on stream with Armin and who's that kid's name? Aiden?
Yeah.
and like he is so awkward.
Yeah.
It's not so often where like I become a fan of someone that awkward.
Dude.
But for some reason, I'm like, yeah.
And I'm going to have to preface this entire thing with just pause. Like, everything I'm about to say is just.
Oh, okay. I thought you said that. I was
No.
like, damn, what did I say?
No, you know, Jiri won. And this is when I was like, all right, this is somebody. He's cool, but he's not somebody I can hang out with like that. Yeah. Jiri is just like, I'm so happy for this win. I brought 2 of the baddest men from my village, and they're here with me tonight. I'm gonna take them back to my hotel room, and then he just kept going. Everybody was like, "Hey, yo, whoa!" But he meant it in the most genuine way.
Yeah,
but
like,
it's just like the social where you're just like, "Jiri, hey."
Translation, like he's trying to say that. I got my homies with me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? From my country.
Yeah.
We got the illest hotel. And we about to party.
Yeah, and he was just like, me and these dudes are going back to the hotel room, and we're getting weird, and we're like,
one question I know most people are not going to be able to hear me, but I will live for a segment where Ariel just breaks down what these people are trying to say.
Yeah, he's
the nigga way to say shit. You know what
Yeah. Ariel's the interpreter for these UFC fighters. We'll just post the clip and we're like, all right, Ariel, what do you say? You just go ahead.
He's just trying to say.
I so boom. That'd be really funny. I think that Jiri is just one of those dudes where like you love him for like the kind of character he has, and you just respect him for.
Like when he found out that like what he said was kind of sus.
Yeah.
So he tries to like, oh, nah, let me reword this.
And he made it worse.
Bro, he made it so I don't even know exactly what he said, but he's like, damn, you're doubling down on the first statement.
Yeah,
You didn't even realize, like,
yeah,
he was trying to fix it. He made it so much worse. It's like, bro, you should have just left it alone.
He should have just left it exactly alone, man. Oh, man, but that's what I'm
No,
saying.
I meant I was going to bring one of
He's like, nah, man, I can't even. He's just mad funny,
no,
man.
No, not in that way. I forget. Yo, Jiri, he tries so
It's
hard.
because he's so nice, man.
Yeah,
he tries so
nice
hard.
Guy, such a genuine guy, but I think the cultural language barrier kind of.
Yo, for such a violent man, he's such a fucking nice
damn,
guy.
Is that what I said in English?
He's like, yo, my fault, my fault. No translator. I'm trying my best.
I'm like, bro, you know they think
yo, you say crazy stuff.
They think you're a little sus now. Like, what I say?
All right, I pick.
You and your homies, bro.
I'm picking Jiri now.
Yeah.
Let's pick Jiri. Jiri for the belt. Jiri 2026, bro.
Jiri definitely.
Oh man, Carlos Ulberg to me though,
he
definitely deserves it. I feel like he's definitely somebody that like he's earned his way into becoming a UFC star.
There. He was in the way. Yeah. Chama wasn't going nowhere.
It does suck though when something like this happens, when the champion leaves and it's just like, okay, now you can get the title. It's like it kind of doesn't.
Like, yeah, I didn't get to earn this.
Yeah, you know, and to me it's like you got it, but you didn't get it. Yeah. Carlos Ulberg though, if he wins, I feel like that would be a huge feat for him. I feel like he came into the UFC kind of quiet. And I feel like he's been slowly racking up his wins and slowly putting his name as like one of the best light heavyweights that we have right now. And the only thing with him is I feel like he just doesn't have that like star power. Like Jiri, we were just going on that rant. He gets the fan vote because he's such a fucking weirdo and like in like the best ways possible. Like he's a guy like you're like, oh, that's my weird homie. Like and he's just standing in a corner like practicing.
Imagine bringing him with you like.
He would. Does he scare the women or does he intrigue them because he's doing he's doing you would think so, but he's making them origami birds and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you would think he would.
Oh shit, where the fuck did Jiri go? He like lost him. You find him in the living room.
He's training on a roof, like
making little figure origami.
He's like, no, you gotta fold it this way.
He's like, yo, what the fuck?
That's the kind of dude he is. Jiri for the title. I'm gonna go with Jiri. Jiri better knock out round 3. Yeah. I'm gonna give him a good scrap back and forth for Jiri knock out round 3. Exactly. That's mad funny. Oh man. But like I was saying, if Carlos Ulberg is able to get it done, I think that it would be a huge win for him. And I feel like him coming out of like New Zealand, I feel like, you know, let's bring this champions back over to that side. That wouldn't be a bad idea. I feel like, I don't know. He's a young guy, so I feel like even if he loses this one, he still has his options. He still has his opportunities. I don't think he's done.
He'll have his chance, and I think Jiri just need like this is his turn.
This is his turn for sure. I think that Jiri is a champion that also the UFC can get behind, marketable. I think a lot of people like him. Like, dude, like we said, he's just such an interesting guy. Put a camera to just record him, and it's like watching.
Record him, and he's just like freaking. He's doing like. I don't even know how to describe what a
It's-
Mr.
it-
Miyagi.
I
type
feel like
shit.
it's like watching Nat Geo, where you're just like, what is happening? What wildlife am I observing today? And it's just Jiri cutting down bamboo with a sword. You're like, what is happening?
He can definitely survive in the wilderness. Like,
Dude, he was punching trees. Like,
Oh,
what are we
yeah.
talking about? Like, he's not doing regular training. I don't think he knows what like a UFC gym looks like. I don't know, man. Shout out to Jiri. Honestly, I think that off of this conversation, I want him to win. Next up, we got Azamat Murzakanov versus Paulo Costa. Dude, I'm intrigued to see how this one goes, because this is one of those ones where we get somebody that's like really, really on the come up, like putting down the lower names. So Azamat is ranked number 6 currently and undefeated. He just KO'd Rakic. And then we have Paulo Costa, who just, dude, he is taking a turn for the worse. He's dropped all the way down to number 14. He just got a decision win over Roman Kopylov. But I just feel like this... Paulo Costa. I feel like this is going to be a situation where we're going to get Murzakanov is just going to run through Paulo, or Paulo is going to make a comeback and kind of hold on to his ranking in or position, I guess, in this division.
Paulo Costa, I feel like I missed his...
out with the old and with the new is what I feel like.
He's definitely on his...
You missed the eraser. That's what you missed. You missed the part before the Izzy fight where he was just going through. I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you, still.
Yeah, he's definitely...
All due respect.
He came from he came from the Brazilian
the secret juice. What's in that jug?
Yeah.
What are we drinking? No one has answered that.
He did have like a good little...
He had a run with the secret juice. No one answered any questions. Like, I don't know if he hasn't gotten the jacket yet, where they are like, you've passed 100 clean drug tests or some shit like that. He hasn't gotten the jacket, so who knows what he's on, man.
Bro, he is cheating.
He is cheating.
Bro, who was the other one? It was like, not was it Cyril Gahn? No, it was Overeem, I think.
Oh, no. Overeem. Alistair, first of all, they called him Ubereem for a second. That man was on the juice.
Yeah.
That man was on the juice. Him versus Brock Lesnar, when they're on the scales, you're like,
it's
Jesus
it's
Christ.
not fair. It's like, even like a Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
You know he was juicing at one point. It's still not fair just because he passed the drug test.
Hey, man.
You got your results.
Pass the test.
You got your...
You passed the test, bro. Hey, clean test. That's all that matters. Test is clean. So
I guess, man.
You figured your way out. I think that this is going to be one of those moments where it's out with the old, in with the new. Paulo Costa, this is your moment, man. This is your chance to really hold on to your spot.
Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah, you're good.
Did he get like a pretty good win recently?
He did. But this is what I'm saying. Like, he's being put in a spot where they're like, okay, you got this good win. Now we're going to put you up against the guy that we think is going to make a run for the title. Yeah. If you can stop him in his tracks, you get to keep a good spot. Because, like I said, Azamat is the one that's ranked number 6. Costa's ranked 14.
And that was a very impressive pronunciation of his name.
Thank you.
Like, you wouldn't have had to take a shot there.
No, I would not have. Honestly,
I looked at that name earlier and I was like, jeez.
Every time I'm like about to say a name where I'm like, this one's crazy. And my initial thought isn't like, I'm going to mess this up. It's to look behind me to make sure Justin isn't creeping behind me with a bottle like, Honestly, every single time I'm like, like he's got to be somewhere. He's underneath the table. Like he's just like,
I'm not gonna be able to pronounce this shit.
No, bro. Honestly, we've had some episodes where after like we finished the episode, I'm like, dude, hey, I mess up a few names. Like that's mad funny. Honestly, even now, I'm just like, Justin's gonna pop out of a corner when I mess up one of these names.
That's why you got it right.
I think this is one of those moments where Paulo really needs to go back to his old ways, to go back to being the eraser and really show people that he can. Yeah, he needs to go in there.
Bro.
Yeah, because at this point, like, what are you gonna do? Are you just gonna let this guy kind of walk over you, and the next thing you know, like, dude, you cannot find yourself in a position where you're this low in the rankings after a few years ago you were going for a title. Marvin Vettori is the tail that you need to look at right now. Look at where he's at after losing to Izzy and then his fall.
Yeah.
Don't go down that same path, bud.
It.
Don't go down the same path. But you're at a point right now where you might. And if he loses this one to Azamat, I think that's where he's going to be. So we'll see how it goes from there.
Those names be winning.
And those names do be winning.
Yeah.
The Murzakonovs. Yeah. Curtis Blades versus Josh Hokic. This one I'm excited for. Josh Hokic, I feel weird feelings about you, man. I'm looking directly at the camera because I want to talk to you directly. Don't know how I feel about you.
Yeah.
I got a feeling right now you're pulling on a character, and I hope that that's the case because some of the things you do, keep an eye on you. Keep an eye on you. You know who I'm talking about? This is the dude with the American flag bandana with the black sunglasses.
Yeah, he's like Hulk Hogan or something.
Big Chael Sonnen energy right now. And
it definitely feels like he's just entertaining as well.
So that's what I'm hoping, and it's not a Colby Covington, where it's a character persona where like the fans are like, we don't fuck with this. Please stop.
Oh,
like,
I think it's gonna get there for sure.
I think it might. I think some of the stuff he's said so far has been pretty wild and out of pocket, but I think in that same breath, that's where people love a Sean Strickland. You know, like I'm gonna say some crazy shit on them.
Like, here's the thing. I'm a fan of Sean Strickland, no matter how wild the shit he says.
But that's what
because how genuine.
Okay.
That's how he is.
Yep.
He's like that when he's home with his children and family.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This guy feels like he's just literally like on some Hulk Hogan shit.
Yeah.
Coming up with some like
kayfabe, 100%. He puts on the character when he walks in for sure.
And
because I've seen him do interviews and he's doing the bit during the interviews. He's still in character during it. So he's keeping this as like, this is who I am in front of you guys. Which I don't know. I feel a weird way about it because a part of me kind of respects that you're like, you know what? Let me make this into like this part of my life is going to be this person, and I kind of like
marketable in some way. It is a business, but at the same time, it's like, and it worked because he rose in the rankings fast.
My guy, Curtis Blades is ranked number 5. Josh Hokic is unranked.
Damn.
He is about to secure a bag. This is how bad heavyweight is.
That's crazy.
This is how ass
now
heavyweight is.
I hope he wins and beats Curtis Blades because I want to see Waldo knock this guy out.
Ooh.
I just want to see it.
I kind of like that.
I want to see a Dominican.
Like I said,
champion.
He said some stuff that I'm not a fan of. One of the things he said is he called Waldo a deadbeat dad to those 9 kids he's got. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you got 9.
That's 9 months.
You only got a certain amount of
There's
time.
There's a reason Waldo was trying to fight 9 times in 1 year, bro. He was trying to get as many paychecks as he could in 1 year.
That man work. He's trying to provide.
Yo, that's so funny. But that's what I'm saying. Like, as of right now, I'm like, I'm okay. I like the jokes, but you know, let's take it a little easy. You know what I'm saying? Like,
definitely.
But like I was talking earlier about the Armin thing. Like, listen, I understand. Like, let's build these fights, and you know, let's take it easy. You know, let's not say anything super crazy. But who knows, man? I feel like the character will get there. And like you said, it might get to that point of that Colby Covington where instead of watching him because we think he's funny and we want to see him win, we might start watching him because we want to see him get knocked the fuck out. So
that's how it usually goes.
That's how it usually goes. So I'm intrigued to see how this one goes. I'm a big Curtis Blades fan. I'm not gonna lie to you. So cool, I know I get what you're saying where you're like, I want to see him win to see Waldo knock him out. But at the same time,
I know it's like a new age.
I think it's one of those things that you people in the social media age, they need something to click onto them because at the same time, like you got to think about it. The UFC at this point puts on a fight every single Saturday. There's like 13 or so fights per card. That's 26 or so fighters per card. It's a lot of people you're seeing a year, and for one of them to like that's brand new to really like stick onto something. Josh Hokic, I think now has had like 4 fights, I think, that has happened in the UFC organization, meaning like maybe Contender Series and stuff like that.
He came from the Contender Series.
And I feel like with the fact that he is now fighting a number 5 ranked heavyweight, and he's also been able to make sure that like social media wise, people know kind of who he is.
Right.
I think that that's a big step. Like I'll tell you right now, like the step from I wouldn't say degenerate, but from like casual to whatever that intermediate, like getting into the UFC, like you're watching it a little bit more often. Like those people know who he is. I would argue. Yeah. So like that's a big thing for you to do within a couple of fights.
Who's that guy?
The American flag bandana with the glasses. Even that alone will give you something because like that's you standing out against somebody else. Like you got something that sets you apart from the rest of the pack. And again, like I said, heavyweight. 2-3 wins, title shot. It seems like doesn't matter what the fuck you're ranking.
Especially if you're like you do it in an exciting like fashion.
Oh, for sure. If you're able to get knockouts and a couple you string together, like that's what I'm saying. Like, shout out to Waldo for getting some good wins, but like genuinely, before like he took I think it was like the first fight he took on short notice, not the second one, but the first one he took on short notice. Before that, people did not like Waldo. He was not winning in exciting fashion. He was steadily winning, but it was like decision wins.
He wasn't getting too many crazy fights at first. It was
no, because there was no big names that they wanted to give him because he wasn't exciting. They're working. Heavyweight has like 3 good names. They're not gonna waste them on. That's why Cyril Gane has 97 title shots at this point because he's the only name they got really that they can keep recycling. Everybody else keeps leaving.
So, nobody knows anybody else.
It's real bad. It's real bad. But that's what I'm saying. Like I'm being so serious. Like Josh gets this win. Let's say he knocks out Curtis Blades, but he gets one more and he's getting a title shot. Yeah. Like it really is at that point. Like
I wouldn't be surprised if they try to skip Waldo.
I would be surprised just because Waldo got a lot of hype near the end of last year, whereas like Josh is like slowly building it. So like I feel like if we're talking like where we're at level wise, I feel like if you announced that like Waldo got the card,
let's say Waldo was to lose this next fight,
then Josh could get a title shot.
I feel like it could easily just like who's Curtis Blades is tough though. We'll see what happens.
That's what I'm saying. It's not something that you can necessarily say is going to be the easiest fight for him, especially with
like that.
Curtis Blades is also a vicious striker, great wrestling, a solid heavyweight, has fought against, you name the name, he's probably fought against him. He is genuinely like a top tier heavyweight. Yeah. They only got 3 of them, and he's one of the 3. Let's see. Cyril Gane at number 1, Alexander Volkov at number 2, Sergey Pavlovich at 3, Waldo at 4, Curtis Blades at 5. Bro, I'm telling you, like, it's real easy for this guy to move up.
Waldo's at 4?
Waldo's at 4. Waldo's in the spot where in the fall, if things go the way I think that they will, we'll see Waldo getting near a title shot.
Bro, I'm so proud of him.
I'm so proud.
Bro, we watched him go from like unranked.
We was watching in the back. We was there since day one. I remember watching a fight night early prelim, and seeing that Dominican flag, and I stood up and I was like, whoa. Whoa. What are we talking about? Whoa.
Hey, who's this?
I was hyped. I was like, what are you talking about? We got a Dominican in the UFC, and he's the only one.
He's an MLB player.
He's getting, I know. And he's checking off all the boxes. He's playing at MLB. He's Dominican. Like, yeah, this is our guy. I think that genuinely he's in a spot where Waldo, give him some time to cook. Yeah. It will get into the fall. He might have one more fight, but title shot. Josh, on the other hand, I think he's also finding himself in the same spot. If you can prove yourself and you get a great win against Curtis, I feel like you got one more, buddy, and you're pretty damn near there.
And Waldo beats.
Who's he up against? It was Volkov.
There's a chance that Waldo fights this dude.
There's a chance.
Next fight.
Yeah, there's a chance. Depending on how this goes, this is a solid chance.
No,
well, I don't think they have Waldo's next fight yet. Or did they announce it? Wasn't it against Volkov?
It was, yeah.
Yeah, I think he's supposed to fight Volkov. Yeah. That's what it is. Yeah. UFC 328. Yeah. That's what it is. If Waldo beats Volkov, bro, huge. You have no idea the hype for Waldo title shot week.
Oh my God,
Presidente everywhere, picadera for the whole party.
It would just like feel like Dominican Independence Day.
I need a típico band in the back. Yeah. Like, oh man, that's gonna be insane. Win, lose or draw, I don't care at that point. Just the fact that we made it there is gonna be huge for me, man. I might have to. We might have to cash out the savings for those tickets.
Bro, I know.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I know we talk bad shit, and we're like, oh, maybe this one, maybe that one. That one?
I know. I don't want to jinx them though.
I know, right? We don't go to any of them, and then the one we go to is this one. But that's one of those things as fans, you gotta, you know what I'm saying?
I'm always that one that fucks it up.
Oh man, I don't know. We'll see. Oh man, that's crazy. It's funny how heavyweight works, bro. Like we don't give a shit about like not a single one of these fighters really. We're like, oh, because the ones we want to see are MIA right now. Yeah. John Jones MIA, Tom Aspinall MIA, Alex Pereira is now moving up, so we'll get to see him there. All the other ones we don't really care.
He's saving the division.
Waldo, we're just like, yo.
Waldo is like
he's gonna have to fight Chama.
Damn, you're right.
Waldo versus, because remember Alex was like, yeah, I signed in 8-fight deal with the UFC.
He's gonna fight at heavyweight 8 times, beating up freaking Waldo 3 of them.
Yo, oh, don't put that out in the universe. Don't put that out in the universe. We don't know that. We don't know that.
Chaba's Chaba.
Chaba's Chaba.
He is old.
Yeah. All right. Last thing to go is the power, though.
Yeah.
All right. Dominic Reyes versus Johnny Walker. Never mind. I was going to say something crazy that was going to get us kicked off of YouTube. Who knocks themselves out first? Is the way I'm going to word that. Because I feel like this is one of those. I'm rooting for Dominic Reyes as a fan. But damn, honestly, I think I see both of this. I think this is going to end in a draw. Round 1, they're going to punch each other in the face and knock each other out clean. Yeah, the referee's going to be like, first one to stand up might win.
It'll be like a cartoon, bro.
And it's going to be exactly like a cartoon.
Bro, Johnny Walker looks like a freaking...
Every time he gets knocked out, it's the goofiest knockout.
Such a freaking
loony. You want to add a boing? Like, every thump? Like, you need sound effects.
That's a loony-ass character, bro. I don't know.
I think he's there. I think he's entertaining. I feel like Johnny Walker's somebody that is like these guys, like I said, you got to have these big-name like characters that will come in and
he just has like
give something to a card.
Monkey on his shoulder with the what's it called?
The symbols?
Symbols, yeah. Like he's one of them.
Yeah, like. I get what you're saying. I get exactly what you're saying. And then Dominic Reyes just has the worst luck of anybody. Like, I feel like that's what you got. You got Monkey with the symbols on the shoulders versus someone versus what is it from Winnie the Pooh, Eeyore.
Oh, yeah. Yo, bro.
Unfortunately, listen, I think Dominic Reyes has the making of, or had, I guess at this point, had the makings of a champion. And he unfortunately did not win, depending on who you speak to, that fight against John Jones.
Some losses will take your...
That took everything.
Took your soul.
You brought it up with Izzy earlier. I think the same thing with Dominic. I think it just clipped him. Clipped his wings.
Man, you start having that slight doubt.
Yeah, and it just
your career.
And it never got back. And then Johnny Walker did the worm and blew out his shoulder, and since then he's just never been the same.
Fucking weird as hell.
It's so funny, man. It's just the shit that you do that you just don't think the repercussions it has.
I wouldn't trust him around. I would not trust that man around anybody.
Yeah, I get that.
Just keep him far away from like my family.
He's definitely a character for sure. I don't know, man. I'm a fan of Johnny Walker. I feel like he's a funny guy. Every time he comes on, I feel like he always does something to make the fight entertaining, whether it be a move he actually does or some shit that's like, I don't know, man. There was this one time, I think, were you watching the fight to this? I don't remember, but this is one time he was fighting, and he's on the stool, and he looks dejected. He is defeated. He's just like
dead?
Sweating, and then he just smiles at the camera.
Yeah.
He just looks with the biggest Colgate smile at the camera, and we're just like, did we just see that? Did he just like break the fourth wall during a fight? Like, what the fuck? Just
lock in, bro. Forget about us, bro.
There's no need. He just goes in there to be entertaining, man. Honestly, I'm with it. Like I said, this is gonna be who gets knocked out first. I don't think this is gonna be like who's gonna knock out the other person first. It's genuinely who gets knocked out first. Like,
I got my money on Dominic Reyes.
I don't know if I want to waste my money on this. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Definitely.
I don't know if I want to put anybody on this one. Like,
monopoly money.
It really is two glass chins going head first into each other. Like, I don't know. They both are gonna.
What's just missing?
I just hope they both have fun.
Yeah.
At this point, that's where I'm at. I feel like they're both in their stages in the career where honestly, at any point in time, I can see UFC roster watch. Insert name here has been removed from the UFC, and I wouldn't be surprised.
I'm surprised it didn't happen sooner.
It's no offense to them. They have big names, so I feel like they could put them on these cards, and that's why they're staying around. But as of right now, I'm not going to lie to you. Win, lose, win, lose, 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 win, lose, win, lose.
Dominic Reyes started like getting a couple dubs.
He was getting the momentum.
Wait a second, I thought he was gonna fall off. He was almost like he almost was.
He's the one that I think I lean more towards winning this fight in terms of like technique, skill, and everything like that. I feel like if we're being serious, let me stop the jokes. Haha. I lean more towards Dominic Reyes on this one. I feel like for me, he's just somebody that like is locked in. He takes the fight more seriously because he understands this is my fucking career. Johnny Walker's like, I'm here for a good time, baby.
I'm just Brazilian.
The fact that I saw Johnny Walker in his fight shorts on the streets of Las Vegas after his fight in his slides, I was like, buddy, what are we doing? He's like, I don't know. The UFC just told me to come out here. I was like, no, they didn't. You did that. Like, he's just such a character, man. That's why I can't take him seriously, and I can't trust to pick on him on a fight. So I'm going to go with Dominic Reyes on that one. And then to open up the card, it's funny how we go the other way. Another retirement fight. A lot of the legends, bro, they're going. And I'm not going to lie to you, I put this one in the same. Cub Swanson, I swear I saw you retire already. Am I bugging on that?
Bruh.
Is he doing a Jose Aldo?
He's doing a Jose.
Is he retiring 6 times before he gets to actually retire?
Bruh, Ty Swanson's still there.
I don't know. And for me, I feel like I've seen him already retire, but I guess this is him retiring again. Either way, he's going up against Nate the Train Landwehr. I love Nate the Train. He's so fun. Nate the Train going to the UFC. Shit. He's a funny dude, man. He gets on the mic, just talks crazy, bro. This is gonna be one of those fights where, you know, they gave Cub Swanson a solid fight, a winnable fight. I feel like Nate Landwehr is somebody who goes in there. He definitely gives it his best. He's somebody who I think will do well in the UFC, but not necessarily. I don't see like title contender out of that. There's nothing about his performances that give me that. Entertaining as shit though. You'll see like Fight Night Warrior for sure. You might get him on a couple pay-per-views just to give you some excitement in some of the moments. So like for example, that's why he's opening up the card. Like Cub Swanson, we've seen time and time again is able. Cub is. I feel like that's a fire name for him. Just Cub. Just that's it. That's not a name.
Cub.
Just Cub.
What was that?
Is that short for something? Nope.
He def talks slow too, I bet.
Nah. He's a very intelligent man. He's got the glasses on and everything. He's one of those fighter coaches. He's one of them. So that's what I'm saying. Like this is gonna be a good technical match for him. Honestly, for me, I'm gonna go full bias, but also this is a genuine pick. I think I got Cub Swanson, and for me, I hope he goes out on a win. After seeing just how happy Michael Chiesa was to win in his retirement fight, I hope that most people get to walk out on a W on their retirement fights.
You don't want to be Jose.
You do. No, but hey, here's what I'll say. I kind of get it. You're like, you know what? I feel like I'm done here. And then you're like, but I kind of want to retire in my home city or like my home state, or just want to retire somewhere that feels like this is where my moment should be. Yeah. So like I think that you have those moments where like maybe you lost a really important fight where like people are like, all right, maybe you're done right now.
Yeah.
But then we're gonna be like, you know what? We'll set up something where you can retire in front of your people, and we'll let you go off.
I think I missed his whole like success.
I think you did. I think you definitely did. Cub Swanson.
Not Cub. Jose. Sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Because that was just like I think the first time was him fighting Connor.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah,
that's really not the one you want to see.
Right.
Yeah, I was like, that puts him in a bad light for you.
It's like, oh, who's this guy? He's an ex-champion or something?
I say definitely go back and watch those fights, but I'm not going to lie to you. I feel like you watch recent fights, and he's good. He's crisp.
He's still good.
That's why I want
to losing now.
I think for me, I want to see him transition into boxing. He was doing nice in boxing. There's a couple of these guys that I'm like, yo, listen, your MMA career might be done, but it's time to transition over to something else. And honestly, we're in a spot right now where we're seeing a lot of things pop up. Everybody watching. Start locking in on this RAF wrestling stuff, like the karate combat, dirty boxing, a bare knuckle. We're getting glory kickboxing. We're getting that hyped up. Like these other avenues that people can get to that you could watch. That bro, they're exciting for everybody and their grandmother that thinks that grappling is boring as shit. Go check out One Championship on Amazon Prime and go watch some Muay Thai fights. You want to see somebody get a knee and an elbow in their face 45 times and bleed to death? Go ahead.
Muay Thai.
Yeah, that's what you want to check out. I just think that like these fighters now are going to get into a point where like they're understanding that, hey, listen, maybe this isn't the career opportunity for me to go this way. Let me retire while I have the time, and let me go pursue other career paths. And for me, Cub, I think, has found his path, and I think he's going to go that route. Yeah. I think that this is a moment where he has a winnable fight. I hope he gets this dub and he walks out with his head held high.
Yeah,
that's the best. I think that's the best that anybody could really ask
for. Swanson.
It's the best that anybody could do. You know. Yeah, man, I feel like overall, this is a solid card. I feel like top to bottom, I think that we're going to be entertained. I think we're going to get a lot of knockouts. Some of the fights on the prelims of this card are also going to be pretty good. Yeah, I think this is one of those from 5 to the end of the night, I'm going to be on that couch. Yeah. For sure. 100%. Final predictions, I'm going to give my run through. All right, Jiri versus Carlos. I got Jiri. Azamat versus Paulo. I'm going to go Azamat.
I'm going Azamat.
Curtis Blades versus Josh Hokic.
That's a tough
Curtis Blades. I got to go with Curtis Blades. I just haven't seen.
Are we doing who we want or
who we think? We'll go with who we think.
Curtis Blades.
Curtis Blades. I feel like we're both on the same page. He's a little early. We both pick like Curtis Blades off the strength of like his skill and experience. We also like Curtis Blades. Yeah. And then with Josh, I think we're both in the same agreements. If he wins, it'd be interesting to see where we go from here. Because Curtis Blades we've seen in the mix, but this new blood, we'll see what happens with that. Okay. Dominic Reyes versus Johnny Walker. God damn it, I'm going Dominic Reyes.
Yeah, I'm going Dominic.
Johnny Walker. It's just the goofiest, like, bro. Like, honestly, for me, like, no respect. Like,
it was that smile. I think it was that smile.
It's Johnny Walker that I just can't take him seriously in anything,
when
man.
He smiled to the camera, and I think that was the first time I was like, bro, fuck this.
Yeah, he was just like, bro, lock in. Because then you'll see him get knocked out clean or get knocked out by the dumbest punches, and you're just like, that doesn't even make any sense. And then Cub Swanson versus Nate, the Train Land War. I think we both picked Cub Swanson on this one. Yeah, definitely Cub Swanson. Yeah. And that's pretty much it. That's everything for the show, everybody. Anything else you got for us?
I had somebody question like how like damn, I didn't know you knew UFC so well. How do you get all your picks so on point? I'm gonna have to like hit you up when I place bets.
I get a text by like I think 3 to 4 people, or I'll get pulled aside at least a couple times throughout my day, and like getting close to fights where someone's just like, "Oh, want to build a little parlay? Want to build a little parlay?" I think for the most part, like it comes from watching a lot of these fights and kind of understanding like where these fighters come from. That kind of helps me out a little bit.
The dude was just like, how does Ariel know these freaking early prelimmers getting these dubs and he's getting these all right?
Yeah.
And I literally had to give him the little secret, like, they're Juan's. They're Juan's picks. I just share them. But I do agree with a lot of them.
If it helps. I always get general consensus from you and Justin before I put any picks. I have my picks. I ask you guys what you guys think. You guys give me your feedback, and I'm like, I bet these will be the mix of what we got. Because even on the fight night that I put out last time, I had a couple picks that were different from you guys. Then, honestly, like even off of you saying like, nah, I'm going Sir Duncan, I was like, you know what? Let's put out Sir Duncan. Let's see what happens when we pick Sir Duncan. And then Moicano put hands on him. I was like, never mind. Oh, man. And yeah, honestly, a lot of it just comes from like, dude, like I most of the content I consume, bro, is MMA stuff, guys. If I'm not listening to my favorite podcasts such as 806 The Show or Nerd Gods or For Your Entertainment, those are my top 3. If I had to pick any 3, obviously my own. Then I'm listening to other MMA content. Honestly, this is everything I watch, bro, from the embeddeds to let's get into the shout outs. This is gonna be some other podcasts that I want you guys to check out. Go watch Morning Combat. Phenomenal. Go watch Ariel Helwani show with Uncrowned. I feel like if you want to get some like real journalistic MMA, that's the guys you want to go check out. Brendan Schaub, I know he gets a lot of hate online for whatever reason. That's all stuff beyond me. I think he has some pretty good insights, especially because like he seems to be tapped in with the UFC. I don't know who he got on the inside, but I hear stuff from him that gets announced 3 months later where I'm like, hey. Same thing with Chael Sonnen. Check out Chael Sonnen's info. He's got a lot. Let's see. Demetrius Johnson, Mighty Mouse, him on YouTube. Yo, you want to talk about transitioning from fighting to something else? There are people that know him for his YouTube channel. I have no idea he's a multiple time defending UFC champion, multiple time one championship champion. Like that's insane to me that he's able to transition like that. These are some of the people you guys want to go check out that'll just kind of give you a little bit more insights on this stuff. I feel like I said, the brand is Uneducated MMA because this is just fans and we just go ahead and talk about it. But if you want that deep dive, there's definitely people out there that know way more than us that are tapped in a little heavier than we are. We'll get there. You know what I'm saying? You're going to tap in one day. You're going to see a couple of MMA fighters sitting around this table with us, you know. Yeah. But as of right now, we're just building, you know. I feel like I'm having a good time just talking about these fights. I mentioned them earlier. Always a shout out to 806 The Show. Shout out to A Vibe Entertainment. Shout out Nerd Gods.
Shout out Jesus.
Shout out Jesus. Shout out Hongas.
Shout out Honga.
Haven't had a D8. Need to go get a D8. Feel like that's solid combo plate.
Yeah, it's almost time.
I feel like Honga's
consistent.
I feel like Honga's is now like reminds me of home.
It is
in a
home.
way. Like I feel like I get a plate and I'm like, you know, like it's
I always said
I hope they figure out one day the amount of times we shot them out. Hey, I want you guys to know, whoever's watching Uneducated MMA right now, you're watching this one. There's multiple podcasts that go through this network, and we all just shout out Hongas. There's got to be somebody that has been like, you guys are like famous on this. Like, this is one YouTube channel that just won't stop talking about you guys.
Bro, we're like best friends.
We got to be.
Every time I go in there, it's just like, hey,
I want no brand deals. I want no sponsorships. I want nothing from them but love. Honestly, at this
they're
point,
the nicest people to me.
Yeah, shout out to them. So we're gonna end this episode with that, yo. Shout out to Hongas, bro. Honestly, ladies and gentlemen, this has been another episode of Uneducated MMA. I've been Juan the Bread. This has been the BMF champion of the world, REG, and we are out. Peace. DJ, play my music, baby, baby.